And now joining us for the program is Nasir Kazmi, Press TV correspondent, joining us from Islamabad, and Muhammad Ali Araki, journalist and political analyst, joining us from London. Gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you both to the program here. Nasir, we're going to start with you there in Islamabad. What can you tell us about this, about a couple of these things, about the joint market and the electricity deal?
Well, honestly, this will be a very good news for the Pakistanis, especially in the energy sector, as Pakistan has been facing a very alarming type of shortfall of electricity. So this project, the 100 megawatt from Iran, will be considered as a gift to Pakistani people, because Pakistan was striving hard in energy sector. There was long hours power cuts in Pakistan. So when this 100 megawatts will be added to the Pakistani electricity system, this will be definitely help to overcome the energy needs of Pakistan. It was a great day for Pakistani people, as we have seen that the two leaders, the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Mia Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif, and as well as the President of Iran, Mr. Raisi, met today at the border of Pak-Iran border, and they inaugurated two key, the projects, in which one was the 100 megawatt of electricity, as well as the Man-Pashin border market. This was one of the 6 of those border markets which are established on Pak-Iran border, and this will go a long way for Pakistan, as both the leaders from Iran as well as Pakistan, they said that Pakistan and Iran wants to enhance trade and the mutual cooperation between the two countries, and these border markets will definitely will promote the trade between Iran and Pakistan. We have seen in recent years that Pakistan has been trying to enhance the cooperation with Iran, especially in trade, and both countries were trying harder to reach the point where the free trade agreement between the two countries should be completed. Let me tell you that this project, the 100 megawatt project of electricity, was actually signed in 2009, but due to several problems which Pakistan faced, it could not be completed. So today it was a historical day, at least for Pakistan, because it has managed to get 100 megawatt electricity from Iran. And meanwhile, we have seen that the gas pipeline project, which was initially which was initiated back in 90s, but both countries could not meet that project. Iran has completed the pipeline on its side of the border, but Pakistan, due to some constraints from the pressure from the United States as well as the other Western countries, and the sanctions imposed by the West on Iran, are actually the problem. That's why this project is still, in the pipeline, but many of the analysts are believing that in near future, both countries will manage to get closer to this project, and that will be very vital for Pakistan as well.
Thank you there, Nasir. Mr. Muhammad Ali Araki, I'd like to welcome you to the program here. Your initial thoughts on the significance. We haven't seen this close of a meeting between top leaders of Iran and Pakistan for over 10 years, where a memorandum of understanding like this have been signed and deals forged. Your thoughts on the new landscape we're seeing with Iran basically warming up to a lot of its neighbors?
Yes, so as I mentioned in the previous programs, the previous live sessions, the Islamic Republic of Iran has a very important focus now on expanding their relations with their neighbors. Now, when we come to Pakistan, obviously, Pakistan has been facing different political issues, and obviously there's been different pressures on Iran as well in the past years. As President Raisi became the president of Iran, so the situation went down towards a path where Iran decided and basically got the chance to basically be able to expand their relations with their neighbors. So previously, there was a view towards JCPOA and things like that. But when they realized that when the people around the world and countries around the world, when they realize that USA is no longer a country to basically depend on. So that is why Islamic Republic of Iran had a very open and clear way to be able to expand their relations with their neighboring countries. And also, there's something very important I'd like to mention here. The Islamic Republic of Iran, from since the Islamic Revolution till today, has always had the stance of a humanitarian country, a country that is supporting human rights, a country that is supporting the countries that are in need, whether it's in Palestine, whether it's in Iraq, whether Yemen, whether Syria. So, and obviously Pakistan as well is one of the countries where, due to the various economical issues, the various different issues that they have, they were facing a problem with regards to electricity, and technically, because the Islamic Republic of Iran has the necessary technology to be able to provide these services for Pakistan. This is a win-win deal that both Pakistan and the Islamic Republic of Iran will benefit from. There's also something else that I would like to mention here, and that is the fact that our dear brother from Islamabad, he mentioned about the sanctions that exist. So what I personally believe, and based on the words of Ayatollah Khamenei, where he mentioned that in the New World Order, America will be excluded from the New World Order, and America will no longer exist there. Many countries are coming to the realization that it is no longer a mature, correct decision to be able for one to depend on the United States of America. The United States of America has never been after peace, has never been after providing the rights of countries. As we saw today, President Assad, he traveled to Saudi Arabia. So that's an
Mr. Ali
example.
Araki, I don't mean to cut you off. We don't have a lot of time. I want to try to get one more question out to both of you. I'm going to come right back to you. Mr. Kazmi, I wanted to Mr. Al-Araki's point there. How much has that impacted, do you think, the new chapter we're seeing in Tehran-Islamabad ties, where we just mentioned earlier, we haven't seen it this close in about 10 years. We've seen recently Iran and Saudi Arabia try to take steps to rebuild their ties after 7 years of them being severed. We've seen, according to Mr. Ali Araki's point there, that there's a diminishing influence of the U.S. in the West Asia region. How much do you think that's impacted things as of late?
Yeah, of course, definitely. As when Iran and Saudi Arabia has good tie now, as all of us know that Pakistan has a deep influence of Saudi Arabia. So before Iran and Saudi Arabia's relation were in a way where there were so many questions on the relations. But now when both Iran and Saudi Arabia has a very good relation at the moment. So definitely this will be impact on Pakistan, because Pakistan somehow is under influence of Saudi Arabia. And I think this will go a long way, as today we have heard from both the leaders from Pakistan as well as from Iran that Pakistan and Iran will go further to enhance the trade ties. Both countries will, move forward in the areas of trade, investment, information technology, agriculture, and other sectors. So at the moment, the figures which I have with me, which was given by Pakistan's Ministry of Commerce to the Parliament, that Iran's exports with Pakistan stood at around $80 billion, including $40 billion from non-oil-based products. And meanwhile, Pakistan's trade with Iran has crossed over $2 billion, covering food, medicines, cotton, and pharmaceutical products. So there is a huge, availability is there that both countries could go further in different areas and enhance the trade ties between the two sides. Especially, we have spoken to the traders of both Iran and Pakistan. They were very happy, especially on Pakistani side, there is a deep border with Iran in Balochistan, and there are traders in Balochistan. They welcome this decision, and they are hoping that this cooperation from Iran will pave a way for the traders on the Pakistani side, and it will be easy for them to, enhance the trade ties with Iran. And Pakistan is importing several items from Iran on daily basis. So if this cooperation will continue in this way, definitely it will be good for Pakistan as well as for Iran.
Thank you there, Nasir. And final thoughts with you, Mr. Ali Araki. How do you see the future of the West Asia region and the entire Middle East when you have a closer ties between Riyadh and Tehran? And we know that Islamabad is a very close ally of the Saudis and a diminishing influence of the U.S. in the region.
So I see the future to be a more peaceful future in the region, and also I see the future to be a future where the countries like Pakistan or the neighboring countries who face different economical issues, I see those being resolved in the future, and this is through mutual relations with the countries like Iran, who they are capable of giving the services that they need. And also something else that I'd like to mention is that the independence that all these countries will gain, and at the end of the day, the people of those nations will be the ones who will benefit the most out of this, with a stable economy and a peaceful Western Asia.
Gentlemen, thank you both for giving us your time and joining us for the program. Mr. Nasir Kazmi, Press TV correspondent there, joining us from Islamabad, and Mr. Muhammad Ali Araki, journalist and political analyst, joining us out of London. And viewers, thank you for joining us for this segment of your Press TV's News Review program, and goodbye for now.